What is up, guys? Welcome back to the freaking channel, Walking on Water. In today's episode, we are at the south end of Hayden Lake and we are fishing for northern pike today. It's been a long time dream of mine to get out here on the lake and actually catch a massive northern pike, and today we are targeting them. I'll go over the setups. We're going to talk about how we're going to try to catch them, and we're just going to have a ton of freaking fun today. If you guys enjoy the content at all, just go ahead and smash that freaking like button. Leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I would love to see where you guys are from, and let's get into setting these rods up so we can go out and hopefully bonk a giant freaking pike today. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so the setup, we've got a bobber stop at the very top of the line, and we're going to adjust that depending on how deep we're going to fish today. We're sitting in like 7 feet of water right now, and so we'll adjust it accordingly as we move throughout the water system, okay? Then I like to go down to a bead, a stopper bead, so if your float slides up, it doesn't slip up and over the bobber stop. We're just using a standard little bobber dog and float for steelhead, and then we're down to the business end, the steel leader. And I actually put these together last night, and I have to say, I haven't caught a fish yet, but I'm super proud of them. So I took a sliding, this blue piece right here, I took a sliding weight setup for Chinook salmon, and I thread my steel leader through it after I put my trebles on each side. Otherwise, if I didn't do this and it wasn't in this L shape like so, then when it's traveling through the water, that herring is going to be at an angle, kind of like going through the water like it's just floating there. I kind of want it to be a little bit more lifelike, so I put it on here like this so I could have a straight herring, and when it sits in the water, it's going to sit straight up and down. Even if it is a little bit like this, because it is a herring, it's going to weigh it down, it's not going to be straight up and down like that. So it's going to travel through the water, in my opinion, a lot better. So we're just down to 2 treble hooks. Always use steel leader if you're targeting northern pike. They have giant teeth, so it's just one of those things that you need to be aware of. But this is the setup, guys. We're just going to throw a herring on here, but stay tuned. Let's go out and freaking bonk a pike. Let's go. It's not a monster, but it's a pike, baby. Let's go. I freaking set the hook right off the bat and thought it went away. Then it just kept coming back for more. Ooh, it's not a giant, but there it is, guys. Freaking my first dead sticking northern freaking pike. Gorgeous little fish. It absolutely freaking choked it. Swallowed it all the way down, man. That herring was gone. Freaking first one of the day. My wife's actually on the way. She's gonna bring me all my kokanee gear too, because we're gonna do a little kokanee fishy too. Throw this in with that video. So first northern pike out here on Hayden Lake for me. This year. I did get one on a crappie jig a long time ago, but not when I was actually targeting them. So it feels good to come out here and actually target them and succeed in that. So if you guys have caught a northern pike, what lake do you guys fish northern pike on? Comment down below. We're gonna let this guy go and hopefully get another one. So the whole point of what we're doing out here, it's not the most exciting or riveting type of fishing. Essentially, we're just dead sticking like you would do on the bottom for pike, but instead we're using a float. We're checking our fish finder. We're seeing how deep we are. We're adjusting the bobber stop in our bobber and our float so we can be where we want to be in the water system with our baits, right? And so I think for me personally, I like to have them, one, about mid-level in the water, column. Say you're 8 feet deep. I like to have one about 4 and one about 6. So keep one closer to the bottom, keep one a little bit higher up, and use the paddle like we do, or your Minn Kota, whatever you're using, or your motor. I don't care what you use, honestly. And just move yourself around a little bit. It doesn't hurt to be moving a tiny bit. Being stagnant is great too, obviously. Like, we're in this backwater now, this little cove back here on Hayden Lake, and a very, very slight wind is pushing us into this. So we're getting a little bit of movement. We're covering a little bit of water. Hopefully we can get a freaking another one, and hopefully you guys are learning a little bit of something on how I'm catching these fish out here today, because this is a super fun way. I mean, it's super fun for your family. You got a boat, get them out on the water, and just don't have to do nothing, don't have to motor around, just bobber, herring with the rigs that I showed you guys earlier. And I could post a video if anybody's interested on how I actually made those rigs, but all you need is some steel leader, a freaking sliding weight setup, and a freaking couple treble hooks, and you guys are freaking out here pike fishing, catching fish, having fun with the whole entire family. So don't forget to like the video, guys. Share it out to some of your friends if you want to learn something, or they want to learn something, or you're just enjoying the content. We're gonna keep freaking fishing, and hopefully we can catch a freaking big one. You got a fish. Nice, he spit it right here and left the bait. I just got done cutting this bait open. So what you want to do with these herring when you're fishing for these pike, you don't really want to just leave them whole. You want to gut them, basically. So cut from their anal fin up to their head, let the guts come out so they can smell it, and then they're going to come on in and bite it. That's just exactly what happened with this one. As you can see, I cut it right here. But we're gonna bait this back up and we're gonna get it back in the water. Another little pike here. Cool looking fish. Super fun to catch. It's kind of hard to even tell that you have one on. I mean, especially these size of ones, because they just kind of peck at it. You set the hook after they've eaten it, and they come right at you. So you turn their head up and they're coming to the surface. So pretty freaking fun to catch. Awesome experience out here on Hayden Lake. So if you guys want to get out and freaking try some pike fishing on Hayden Lake, this is how you do it. And come out here and get on some freaking northern pike on Hayden Lake. Cool fish. Very cool fish. Hey, thank you guys so freaking much for tuning into this episode of Walking on Water. It was super fun. Short couple of hours out here on Hayden Lake trying to catch some pike. We caught 2 pike. They weren't massive by any means, but it was still super fun to get out in the water and catch a pike and to show you guys my setup and how I do things. So if you liked the video, go ahead and like it. If you want to share it out to some of your buddies or friends so they can see how to catch pike on Hayden Lake or any other lake then go ahead and share it out to them. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Cole Walker. This was Walking on Water. I'll see you in the next one.